Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kirbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance. We're back for episode 5. Oh my goodness. We're about a week behind. We had some people out of town and out and about, but we're all here at full strength again. Sorry for the delay, but we were trying to build up the tension because last time there was a swamp monster appearing out of the water, and our lovely DM decided that would be the perfect time to tell us, and next time.
I started crying.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Look on his face when you called him lovely, though. That was good.
Yeah, I'm still processing that.
You're so pretty.
Gotta suck up to him somehow. All right, so
he's pretty.
We will do
sacred oath.
Yeah, we will do the sacred oath, and then I will give the reins over to our illustrious dungeon master. So I will go first. I, Nerimos Torrin II, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Corallos.
I, Corallos Abrazar, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Tarook.
I, Tarook Bloodfist, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
Natil.
I, Natil Starag, do solemnly swear not to be a murder hobo.
Beldan.
I, Beldan Winterhill, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo.
And with that,
cheers,
Mr. Russell.
I don't promise anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the only thing that I promise.
Every time.
Every time, I promise to kill all of you.
I promise to kill everybody. Anyway.
The reins are yours.
Well, let's begin. When we last left off, the party had made its way to the Hunters Guild, Typhon's Bane. And upon meeting a blue dragonborn, which served as the greeter and the initiator of the Hunters Guild, she presented the party with a quest, kind of like a proving initiation for the Hunters Guild. You were to investigate Black Bog Swamp for any cult activity that you could find. Upon heading into the swamp, a battle with a huge venomous snake, which I'm making that correction this week, venomous, not poisonous. An inspection of a sunken village that had been claimed by the bog. You found eyeballs, of all things, placed in odd areas, and a very grotesque wind chime. Shortly after, you found the namesake of Black Bog Swamp. You found a huge tar-like bog. And upon inspecting, Tarook was at the edge, inspecting some of the bodies that you saw that were in the bog, and a creature emerged from the swamp itself, grasping out at Tarook. And that is where we're going to pick up. This is going to be the first episode, I believe, where we start in combat.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yep.
And what I would like everybody to do is I would like you to roll initiative, but the first round is going to be the swamp creature and Tarook, because that will be a surprise round.
Okay.
So, but everybody, if you would please roll initiative.
$21.
Initiative.
A solid 8. Yeah.
14.
Got Tarook at 21. Who was next? 18? I heard an 18.
Matt, were you an 18? I was an 8.
I was a 14.
I heard an 8. I apologize.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
wait, was it you, Corallos?
15.
15.
Oh, you were 15. Okay.
Corallos at 15. Nat had a 14.
Mm-hmm.
Torrin, what did you have?
3.
3, and
Ouch.
Beldan had an 8.
Ouch.
Off to a fantastic start.
I'll trade you for that 3, bro.
if
Hey, I rolled a 19.
if the
plus
DM
2.
allows.
Let's get it.
Nope, you got what you got, buddy. I apologize, but not really. Oh,
I was
and
gonna say,
the
do you-
swamp monster, excuse me, the
Is a
swamp
1.
monster had an 18.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh.
oh my.
Yikes.
So when we go to normal rounds, Tarook, you will be going first, but since we are doing the surprise round first, the
Right.
Bog monster will be going first.
its tentacles and
what
its
it's going
BS.
to do is, as it's reaching out towards you, Tarook, you see as at first it was just like a clawed hand, and you see tendrils of moss-like substance curl out from the hand, and it tries to grasp you. +5. That is 19 to hit.
Yes.
19 hits. You will
Just
take
hit me.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And I would like you to give me a strength check.
Ooh. 14 plus 7 is, I'm terrible at math, guys. Sorry.
21.
That's
21.
21.
That's it.
You're good.
I had to count.
Um,
Yeah, 21.
So the tendrils rake across your face, but it cannot grasp you. You are too strong, and you just pull it back.
So it's like a
Flex
bitch
on it.
slap.
Flex on it. All right. So I have
Oh,
16
thank
temporary
Now.
points.
1 for net.
Tarook, it is your turn, sir.
It is my go. All right. All right. Well, I got my I'm trying. If I go to grapple it, does it get an opportunity attack on me? Or no, right?
You're like,
No, not for because you're grappling it. No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Okay, go ahead.
Ew, nah, that's a 9.
Tested. Yeah, no.
I rolled
that's
a
a
2.
17.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. Trash.
So you try to grapple it, and it kind of and pulls your arms away. So now that will end the first surprise round. We are now in the initiative order. Tarook, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna swing at it now with my hammer.
All right, do it.
Oh man.
live your best life, dude.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
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 A 1.
Oh,
Oh.
All right, what happens? All right, what happens is you take a swing with your hammer, and you find purchase on the shoulder, but it was really close, and the hammer falls from your grasp and falls into the bog.
No.
It's right there. It's right there. But you dropped your hammer. It's now in the bog.
So I'm just going to put that next to the monster then? Cool.
Yeah, just one space to the left of the monster. That's fine. Because that's
Right.
what 5 feet. Yeah, basically
Just a
all
little
he did-
circle.
he took a swing at it and just didn't have a decent hold of his hammer. It was
Yeah. I'm not an artist. He gets a circle. He'll like it.
so. All right. Is that everything that you're gonna do on your turn, Tarook?
I have my bonus action, right?
You have a bonus action for anything that you want to do.
I can't use it against him though, right? It's just the bonus actions for other things.
Don't think you.
Yeah, no, right.
There's one or two things you could do. You could bonus action for at level 2. There's nothing too much that you can do. You can. I'll just tell you right offhand. You could take a potion. You could rage.
Can I try to grab my hammer? Like, can I pick my hammer up with my bonus action or no?
In this particular case, I would say that was an action.
Okay, so on the next one. All right. This one. Damn it. Sick. All right. Next.
Okay, so you're done?
Yeah.
All right, it is the swamp monster's turn. What is it going to do? I think it's going to attack Tarook.
Oh no.
It's taking a liking to him.
And it is going to do a bite attack.
Ooh.
23 to hit. All right.
Yeah.
That will be 3 plus. That'll be 5 points of piercing damage as the creature grabs a hold of you, and you just see this just grotesque maw of just sludge and moss and fungus, and it just bites into your neck, doing 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh, know what I'm doing my turn now.
Let me see. I think that is all. Ooh. I apologize. It gets 3 attacks. So it will now do 2 unarmed strikes, though. So. Yeesh. 24 to hit and a 17 hit.
If they both hit.
They both hit? All right. These are just unarmed strikes.
It's going downhill real quick, fellas. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm not liking this.
No bueno.
It's the first turn.
10 more points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my stone's endurance.
All right.
Yeah, so now I roll the D12. There comes 3. Minus 6, so I only take 4.
Okay.
Thank
Mark
God.
that out.
I was gonna leave me at 1. Jesus. Ooh. Right.
That is all the swamp monster can do. It is now Corallos, you're up, and Nat, you're on deck.
Gotcha.
Alright. I'm going to bonus action hex the thing for strength,
Okay.
and then I will Eldritch Blast it.
All right. He is
Are we for
hexed.
real? That's a nat 1.
Oh.
And you Eldritch Blast. Take a shot.
We're all gonna die.
Beam of energy
No.
comes out, and the creature just hits the bog in the background. You see mud sputter up.
That's the good part is we don't have to pay back that gold.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Is that everything? You did your
That's
bonus
it,
and your
yeah.
action. So, all right, Nat, you're up. Beldan, you're on deck.
Cool.
Am I able to charge and try to attempt to strike with my short sword?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, because I want to cut one of those tendril thingies off of it.
Okay.
All
So do
right.
you want to go next to Tarook? Is that what you're
Yes.
thinking? Right, Mare? Okay.
Yep, right there.
Right, Mare.
Right there.
I know.
Right meow.
And there's Nat attack.
Not attack. I like that. All right.
That's a t-shirt.
Merchandising.
Kirbside merchandise coming soon.
Business dwarf. Business dwarf.
Business for
All righty.
Nat attack and battle ass.
That's going to be the best shirt
I'm sorry.
ever.
I apologize.
Don't be
Okay.
sorry for brilliance.
That attacking
I
battle
love-
ass.
Love it. Roll to 17, baby.
Oh, 17. I apologize. Ace. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, it's not a hard creature to hit. So
No.
roll damage.
Oh, I didn't know.
Are you sure it's not hard to hit? 'Cause,
Sorry. Come
Hard to
on.
hit as long as you don't roll a 1.
Like certain people are
18.
Ah.
18 damage.
2.
18 damage. Woo-hoo. All right.
Oh, Lady Luck is doing good tonight.
Darn, you
That
took a
doesn't.
chunk out of him. So you see Nat charges up with this rage in her, and she cleaves just a gash in the left side of this thing. She
Nice.
hits it. Is that everything you're gonna do, Nat?
That is it. That's it for the Nat attack.
All right, Nat attack's done. Belden, you are up. Torrin, you're on deck.
I bet you guys are super happy that I'm not asleep this time, huh?
Oh, thank God you're not asleep.
Oh,
And you're not
Bahamut.
sleeping either.
Tarook's looking like he needs a little help there, a little
I-
love,
I do.
a little TLC.
I'm at 7 damn hit points.
Let's see. We're going to cure wounds on Tarook.
Thank you.
That's going to use one of my spell slots. Let me go ahead and get your health here. Let's see, casting is level 1. So that's 3. Spell ability modifier is 5. It's 8. You get 13 life back.
Whew, thank you, sir.
nice.
Nice. Cool. I'm back up to 20. Sweet. And
And just gonna hang out there, have my shield out, just kind of be prepared. But that's my turn.
That's 2 good turns in a row there. Belden, that's it. Torrin, you are up, which puts Tarook on deck.
All
All right, come on, Scales.
Pay your bar bill.
Well, if I die, I don't owe any money.
That's true. That's true.
All right, I'm gonna move up next to Tarook.
All right, so you're gonna take the other side.
Yep.
Got you.
You know, the flank technique worked last time, so
No, I flunked flank, so I don't know. Torrin and Tarook, the dream team.
all right. And I am going to use breath
Nice.
straight out the gate.
Right.
That was almost like a butt trumpet. I don't know.
Sorry, I blew my nose. My sinuses are already starting to get bad, guys. Sorry.
All right, so that's area effect. What's the save for that?
It is dex save for half damage,
Oh,
and then it's
great.
8. Yeah, dex save for half
Save.
damage,
What's the
and then the DC is 8 plus con plus proficiency.
okay? So 8 plus.
Mine is 1 and 2, so 8 plus
DC 11.
11. Yeah.
He's not a dexterous creature,
Yay.
but you wouldn't be able to tell with the roll. That's with a -1 modifier. He still rolls a 16.
Wow.
So half damage on that.
Half damage. All right.
All right.
that's-
Roll the damage on it.
Yeah, 2d6.
Omnipotence is hot tonight. Crap.
Must be.
All right, after this, we're
6.
going to Vegas.
6 damage.
Hard guy. I'm really not a dice guy.
Whatever, man. We're playing craps after this.
I rolled a 2 and a 4, so 6 damage. So that's
Oh, so that was the total 6?
Yeah.
All right, that and halved to 3 for making the save. All right, so 3 points of acid damage.
Good
Total.
one.
Yep.
All right. You see as Torrin comes up and where is Torrin, by the way? If you don't mind.
Torrin
To the
is
left.
that guy right there.
Left. Okay, yeah. So what you see is Torrin comes up and lets loose of this dragon's roar, and you see that acid just spew out over the monster. The monster kind of moves and misses most of it, but it catches a little bit on its side, and you see the acid burn.
Ooh.
All right,
At least it
Torrin.
worked.
Is that everything for your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Tarook, you are up, and Swamp Monster is on deck.
All right. So Swamp Monster came out of the pit, right? Or
Correct.
like next to the, okay. So he's standing on the edge though, right with me, right?
Yeah, you're on the edge on like solid ground. He's still like standing in like the muck and mire. Like and now that you're taking a look, you honestly don't see where the legs are kind of like
That's
it's
what I
like
wanted to know.
moving sludge and mud at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
As if it's coursing off of him.
A big booger coming out of the swamp.
Alright. And it would take my action to pick up my hammer,
Yeah, you do it.
and then if I pick up my hammer, I can't do anything else after.
You still got a bonus action. 17 to hit.
But I
Tarook.
can't attack with it. Oh, just hits. Yeah, it is.
That hits. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the first one. Second one.
Oh,
At the DC
this is frustrating.
16 to hit.
Nope, it's not hit.
All right, so only one hit.
All right. Who's next?
4 plus 2, 6 points of bludgeoning damage on that first one. As it's kind of just flailing as you've got it grappled and
He's
it's
in
trying
there.
to flailing to
See,
get you off.
He's in there.
One
Because I was gonna try and charge him.
kind of
Sweet
like I said,
delay.
grassy, muddy fist comes.
I mean,
makes purchase.
I was watching Cobra Kai
I'm
today, it was pretty
also because I'm in a rage. I'm
Nice.
resistance to bludgeoning. That's what I'm thinking about
Correct,
doing.
half it.
Is
half
just
it.
lowering my shoulder,
Oh,
charging
thank
full speed with
God.
my shield
Thank
at him.
goodness.
Here we go.
I have
Here
all
we
this stuff
go.
written down.
I only
this week,
have so
guys.
many
What are
band-aids,
you doing?
man. I only have so many.
Right.
I have all this stuff written down finally. My Can I try to lift him out of the thing and
gotta-
slam him?
Yay.
Awesome.
You're gonna try to grapple again. That's how you barbarian.
Yeah, I want to try to grapple again. Yes. I know
Bar-
George is
barbarian.
George is sued because George
Hoping he was
knows
gonna
all
go
this
for the
stuff
charge
already.
thing.
And he's
We'll
like,
call him
please
Tarook
just
the Train.
understand. Well, I know that's my thing, but he's in
Alright,
this
the
10-foot
TV.
The
pit,
swamp monster.
I'm on the edge of it.
Corallos, you're up, and Nat's on deck.
so it's like
I believe in you.
17. All right, I'm going into a rage, by the way.
All right, use your bonus action in your raging.
Yes,
Tarook, you're
So
still
raging,
grappling it,
and that's
right?
advantage
Yes.
on
Yes.
strength checks. So grapple strength.
All right, I will.
Cool.
use
All right, so the
Toll
first
to
one that's
defend.
trash. Second one. All right, that's
Which is
17.
now you should remember.
All right.
He has to
17
succeed
beats a
wisdom
9.
saving throw.
Let's go.
Now,
Uh,
this is not a wise. Tarook, with your action, you
Hoping.
now have
But
this
I rolled a
swamp
14.
thing grappled, and you get it now that you got
Oh
your hands
my
on it.
God.
You
Guys,
find
oh
purchase,
my
but
God.
it's
I'm nice
slippery,
Vegas,
slimy,
I'm telling you.
a
I'm
lot
telling
of
you,
mud, and
Vegas.
muck. Like
Shooting
it's
today.
almost like
Bastards
sticking
are
your hand
loaded,
in
I'm
a
calling
We all
sewer. Like,
we all
it's
bring
just-
some money. It'll be great.
nasty. Ugh.
It is corporate.
nervous.
It is
Any
physical.
20
You do
tables
get
in
a
Vegas,
handle
like-
on it, but it's
He
It's
made
impressive.
the
It's
same.
grotesque
Oh my
grapple.
god.
You have it, Greg?
Give me a blackjack
Yeah.
Have a
table.
grapple.
You got anything, Corallos?
All right.
No, that'll
Bonus action
be
already.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you please give
So
me
I
a perception
can't do
check?
anything else then, right? Because
You
I
have
just
a
have
grapple. Yeah, you can't like lift
All
it
right, no, that's
unless you
fine.
can. You got anything that lets you have another action? Nat, you are up. Belden,
no,
you're on
'cause
deck.
I'm in rage.
All right, guys. Do we want
No,
to try?
That's only
Are we
melee.
gonna try to kill this thing or?
Go for it. Whatever you want to do, Nat.
It's trying to
No,
kill
meta-
Tarook.
You got him
That's
grab
the-
that.
No
You can't go
metagaming
anywhere,
pigeons.
So
Do what you want, Natty.
All the windows are
Okay.
closed and locked this
Yeah,
week.
she's
No
grappled.
metagaming pigeons in this
Good
end.
turn. All right, that's right.
So we-
I just got one
We-
question because I forgot real
At
quick.
the end of your
But
turn,
like, what
will you
does
please
flank
give me
mean
a
again?
perception check.
Flank means
Me?
stationed on like either
All
side.
right.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
people on either side of the creature,
And
then they're flanked, and the melee attacks are an advantage against it.
Okay.
advantage. Yeah.
Belden, where am I on
that
this
is 10.
again? I just want to make sure.
You are to the right of the monster, next to Tarook, who's currently
the swamp
got in
monster's
all of its squiggly glory.
Being grappled, it does not
Have
like
it.
that at all.
I don't
It's
think
also
anything would.
It's hexed,
I just
right?
wanna- okay.
George hexed it.
It is
Sorry,
hexed.
I got like stabby happy for a
For
minute.
strength,
But-
correct?
Yes, this is
Excellent.
D&D. You get stabby
That's
happy.
what
That's how
I-
this works.
I like
Does it?
stabby happy.
That's
Okay.
how this works. That's how you play, right?
Yep. So that's my plan. I'm gonna try to before it tries
This is
to
a
kill
tough
Tarook
position.
again or
So
tries to
it's
kill any of you.
going
I just want
to
to try to take my short sword and just kind of
do
jab it into
2
the
more
stomach.
unarmed
Try to
strikes
wound it.
against Mac.
Let's
which I believe
get
is
it,
a
Natty.
disadvantage 'cause
Get
you
it.
have it grappled.
All right. 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Okay.
He is just walloping this thing.
Well, it's a pile of seaweed. That's
Well,
Like-
yeah.
It's a
Muck
pile of
and-
seaweed that's
Kinda like
kicking
what I-
Tarook's ass.
Moss and mushroom. Yeah.
You're not
Hey,
I don't
wrong.
wanna
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
Tarook,
eat for
remember the
dinner every
time?
day.
Remember the time the salad beat you? Remember that?
All right. I'm sorry, Tim. What were you saying, my friend? Mr.
No, I said
Dungeon
that
Master.
hit. Just roll for damage.
Okay. Roll a 6.
Cease. Cease. All right. He is hurting. You see,
Good.
his
Just
neck-
6 then?
Yeah.
Nat's done
Okay.
most of the damage to it. She hit him for 18 and then 6.
7. Haha.
Have we noticed a theme here yet, folks?
So
Hey man, I'm a band-aid. I don't really gotta do damage.
And that means if you want something done right, be the badass.
That is a good.
Yeah.
So with some retroactive math,
Mathing.
Yeah.
we determined that Nat's
Not yet.
roll was inaccurate. So we have
Yes.
reevaluated.
Illegal
She has re-rolled for 8 damage, and she now has a creepy doll.
Oh man, put the creepy doll away.
roll. This is what's
I'm
stalking
on the
me, you
other
guys.
screen, so
I
I'm
know.
not.
I'm on this side of the
Don't
computer.
do
I'm
that, Tim.
I want to play. Okay,
I don't
I'm
want
gonna put the doll away because my dog's freaking out.
Yeah.
Before we finish your turn, please roll me a perception check.
Okay, and just to confirm, that's my 20, right?
Yes, that's D20
Got it.
plus your perception modifier.
Okay. Well, let's see. I have 13, and perception plus 4, 17.
17. Where you're located on the map, you do catch some movement from the bog heading towards where Corallos is on the edge of the bog. You see some movement of mud and muck kind of popping up, heading towards him.
Can I call out and warn him that there's something heading for him?
You can use your bonus action to do so. Yes.
Oh man, there's
Say,
crap
Hey,
moving.
look, each turn is about 6 seconds long.
Okay.
So you've got like a minute to say like a few words.
All right. So I notice this muck. I look for Corallos and I yell, Corallos, it's down, look down by your feet. Something's trying to pop up.
That's it. So you get it. She's obviously going, dig up. It's down there. That's
It's
what you
coming
get.
right for you.
It's coming right for us.
That's it for Nat's turn.
Yes.
Beldan, you are up. Torrin, you're on deck.
Well, all of the major boo-boos are kind of taken care of for now. So, Sacred Flame on the Swamp Monster. It has to beat a 15 Dex saving throw.
This is not a dexterous creature.
I know, but you've been rolling
Said
so
that last
good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Rolling so
Every-
good.
11 minus 1 is a 10.
Nice.
Finally.
Right?
Take 7 points of damage.
7 points of Sacred Flame damage. He's looking hurt. Looking hurt,
Finally.
people. You see as the Sacred Flame bursts off the chest, and you see the flames lick up as the creature goes. He's looking hurt, but he's still up.
That's going to be it for my turn.
All right. Beldan, that's your turn. Torrin, you're up. Tarook, you're on deck.
All right, I'm gonna bash this thing with my Morning Star Claw Basher.
Roll.
18 plus.
What are you doing?
18 plus 24.
Yeah, that hits just by a little.
Yes.
Wow.
Ah, needed.
About time, Tarook.
Needed it. All right, here we go.
No, Torrin, sorry.
The other team name.
Yeah, the other one, the scales.
It's Dragon Guy. That's how I remember them.
There we go.
5
I'm gonna
damage.
call- 5 damage.
Okay, 5 damage. He's still.
Look at you, big spender.
Hey, big spender.
You see you make contact, and the muck and mire just goes coming off of its right shoulder when you connect, and it's just it's still standing. It's up. Just barely.
Finish him.
Is that it for your turn, Torrin?
Yes.
All right. Tarook, you are up. I didn't do this. Beldan and Torrin, since I skipped both of you, I apologize. Both of you, please make perception checks for me.
All right.
4.
9.
Okay. Tarook, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and give him the good old-fashioned Arn Anderson spine buster.
All right,
God.
grappled.
There
All right,
it is.
I'm going to say that let's do one more strength check to see if we
Okay.
can get him up.
All right, and I'm raging still,
You're
so
raging.
I have advantage.
Correct.
And that first one was trash. That was a 2.
I got to
Let's get the second one.
an 18.
That is that's an 18. 16. Plus.
He can't lift him.
Oh,
At disadvantage, I rolled a 20 and an 18.
God.
And he's got an 18 plus 2 on strength. You cannot lift him.
Vegas.
You've
Freaking
still got him grappled, but you go like, and something has got him anchored to the bog, and you just can't lift the creature. But you've still got him grappled.
It's that suction.
Can I try to choke him out with my bonus action? Can I something? Can I try to choke him out?
Dude.
Just whisper in his ear. Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Go to
Just
sleep.
relax.
Go sleep.
Just let it out.
Can I just try to put him to sleep?
Good night,
Oh
Irene.
man.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Oh, you
I
got
don't know what to do here.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh, hold on. No.
I can't.
Does that? Oh God.
disadvantage. I rolled an 18.
Jeez, man.
Those dice are loaded.
I can't
that-
even say that was reckless. Oh
That
God.
salad is just murdering Tarook.
This baby right
Murdering
here.
Tarook.
is
Nice.
very kind tonight. This is.
He rolled that even at disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah, he
Oh
did.
my
I
God.
rolled a 20 and an 18, and he's got a +2 to strength, so it was 18.
Oh.
plus 2.
God.
Jesus.
So after
Here
this
I'm
fight,
like, oh.
We're just gonna
I'm
need you
like,
to
yo,
seal them dice.
an
After this
18
fight,
is-
just
I'm
get
like,
rid of
bro, an
Banish
18
them
is
to the
going to be
Shadow Realm.
perfect.
yeah, just banish it. Just
Oh,
no more.
Like an 18
Sorry,
Yeah,
is
no
gonna be
more. I'm done with
perfect.
speech after
Alright.
this.
All right, Tarook, if you would please roll me a perception check.
Yeah. That's a nat 20 on the wrong thing, though.
On the wrong thing. On the perception check. Okay. What you see out of the corner of your periph is another, we'll call it another little mountain trail, little mole trail coming up, and it's coming to the left of where. Who's to the left of Tarook?
It's Torrin.
Torrin, heading towards Torrin. There's another
Torrin.
little.
Look out. Look down. Bottom left.
That's what you got. All right, that's it for your turn. It's now
Finish his turn.
the monster's turn. He's barely hanging on. Gosh, what do I do with him?
I can tell you some things.
Surrender. Tap
All
out.
right,
Serve him
All
up
right,
with a warm
we're
bacon dressing.
gonna do another strength check here. Since you've got him grappled,
Oh no.
he's gonna attempt to grapple you.
Oh no.
Counter
At
grapple.
least he's at
It's a lock
disadvantage.
Wrestling!
Doesn't matter. Tim's got the hot die tonight.
Yeah, it looks like
No.
you're gonna be served up with that bacon dressing after all, dude.
Oh, yeah.
God, I'm getting
Goliath
hungry.
with a
This
side
isn't attack.
salad.
This isn't a strength check. This is an attack of his. And it looks like you have reprieve. because that's a 3 plus 5, so it's an 8 to hit. So what you see is the left hand, and it once again what you saw before, where this like mound of just fungus and mud and muck, and you see the tendrils start to flare out, and he tries to grapple you, but you just swat it away. You've still got him. You couldn't lift him up, but you've still got this creature locked up. So
Eat that foliage.
that's all I think he can do right now. Yep, that's all he can do, because that was just... All right. Corallos, you are up. Nat, you're on deck.
Okay.
How far away is new swamp monster that Nat saw?
The one that Nat saw heading towards you, we'll say it's 15 feet away.
Yikes. Okay. I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Corrals, Nat
My turn.
is up, and
I'm in-
Beldan, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna take my how is Tarook like holding, like grappling or trying to hold this thing? Is he like from
Yeah,
front?
he's basically grappled this thing, and it can't move. You
All
see,
right.
you see it struggling with him, trying to grapple him, and you gotta lock up going.
Gotcha. I'm gonna stab it in the side again.
Do it. Roll for the attack.
All right. I rolled a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Damage.
Damage.
Dumas. Or okay. Can't find any of my dice since my dog decided wanted to jump. Where? Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so I rolled a 6, and on top of my with my mod that makes a 9.
Yep. How would you like to do this?
Yes.
All right, holding my short sword, I flip it, dig it into its side, and I slowly twist the blade.
Nice. So you see that she catches the thing in the side with her short sword, and she just grinds it and just turns, and you see this like black mixture of mud and ichor just pour out of its side, and it goes and you see it as it just kind of dissipates. It doesn't, but there's no physical body anymore, as it just decomposes in front of you and falls into the bog. Creature is dead.
Good kill, Natty. Now let's get the
Nice
other
job,
two.
Nat.
Yay! Thank you.
Nat, is that your turn? Would you like to
That-
move at all, or?
Oh, I like to try to pull my sword out of this sludge
No, that's
monster.
okay. Like your sword stayed in your hand, and
Right.
the thing in
It just-
front of you like decomposed at an excessive rate, just right in front of you, just like melted.
That's it for me.
Okay. Beldan, you're up. Torrin, you're on deck.
So I don't notice any of the other
You
monsters,
heard
right?
two people yell out though and say,
Okay.
"Hey, Corallos in front of you," and "Hey, Torrin, head your way."
I
heard.
think I'm gonna move up and give Corallos some backup.
Okay.
Right, mirror,
Right now.
and then I'd like to Sacred Flame the impending swamp monster.
All right. I'll give it to you. I'm gonna say you can't see.
Would the swamp monster count? Would the swamp count as cover?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at. Like
'Cause
I'm gonna
if-
give it like
Sacred Flame ignores cover if you fail the
just
thing.
see the little Bugs Bunny trail pop up.
Okay.
headed towards. So, I mean, you could try. That would be crazy. Yeah, I don't even know if it would. Nah.
Can I hold the action for when it pops up
Yes.
out of the mud? Are you cool with
Yes,
that?
until you
All
can
right.
hold your so you're holding Sacred Flame until you
Yep.
see
Yes.
Beldan. That's your turn. Torrin, you're up.
I forgot about holding your action. Okay.
Yeah, you could whack a mullet if you wanted to.
Is it?
Oh my
close
God, I
enough
love
to
that game.
whack-a-mole?
I
'Cause
just
I would
pictured,
totally whack-a-mole.
just pictured him hitting Swamp Thing over the head with a big old rubber mallet. Just,
That's awesome.
I can't. From what it looks like, I don't think I can reach it. I'm just gonna.
It's the same as you as the one in front of Corallos. It's 15 feet in front of you. You see,
Yeah.
you see the
Yeah,
the
I definitely can't reach.
the Bugs Bunny trail
Um,
headed towards you.
I will just.
I don't have a better word for it. Sorry.
Bugs Bunny
I'll have Claw Basher at the ready.
Okay, so you're gonna hold an attack until you see it.
Yep.
Okay, so you're holding your action. It is now.
That's the crap.
I can
this
use
thing
their
pops
movement. One's going to pop up right in front of Corallos. The other's popping up right in front of Torrin. And I'm going to roll initiative for the two of them. 17 and a 14. So
Are we all rolling initiative or just them?
No, just because they're new to the combat.
Okay,
And
okay.
Y'all are standing the same.
Yeah.
So basically,
Okay, we're staying the same.
one took the place of where the other was.
All right.
And 14. Nat, you had a 14 as well, didn't you? For initiative? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's you're more dex than, so you'll go first and then the swamp monster will. I don't even need to look that up because this is not a dexterous creature.
No.
Okay. So now, top of the round. Tarook, it's your turn. And you see as a new monster. It looks similar, but different in a few ways. The one that pops up in front of Torrin, and you still see like the muck and fungus and everything, but on this one you see a lot of like broken bits of wood and shards of wood sticking out in different places all over it. More of a wooden texture to this one.
Okay,
The one that
so
popped up in front of Corallos is very similar to the one before, except it's more dripping with moss and just swampy growth.
Gross.
okay, so I got one to my left and one to my right. Then correct?
Yeah. You're the way you're standing. You see one came up to Torrin, one came up to Corallos. You got one on each side.
Okay, and Beldan, you're with Corallos, correct?
Yep.
Okay, Nat, where are you?
It's fun.
To the right of you.
To the right. Okay, so you're closer to Corallos, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go help Torrin. Can I? It would take an action to pick up my hammer, correct?
You already picked it up, didn't you? I believe you did that on a previous action. You told me that you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Because I had the other swamp thing in a grapple.
All right. I didn't do anything because I could have sworn you said you used an action to pick it up. So, if you would, Tarook, we'll let you decide the fate. Pick high or low.
High.
All right. You see the handle. The rest is starting to submerge into the bog. You can use an action to pull it out, but it'll be at a disadvantage. Since you're raging, it'll be a straight roll to pull it out of the bog.
So that's gonna sink in there.
It's starting to. That's what I'm saying. Like you see the
starting to.
handle, you know, the ruby that you put on that. You
Yeah.
see that, and the handle, the pommel of the hammer sticking out. The end is already starting to submerge into the bog. Like I said,
God.
use your action to pull it out. It's going to be a straight roll because it's disadvantaged because it's stuck down in the muck. But you're raging, so it'll be a straight roll.
Jeez. It's either that or do what I want it to do. But I don't want to lose my hammer. I really don't want to lose my hammer. Forget it. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I don't want to lose my hammer. It's just a straight roll, huh?
It'll be a straight roll. The DC on it is not going to be high.
All right.
You're going to be a straight roll.
All right. I'm going to.
Not like it's submerged. If it was submerged completely, then it would be harder. But
this is the toughest decision ever because you know what? I'm going to be selfless and I'm going to take my shield and I'm going to charge the swamp in front of Torrin. I don't care. Is what it is.
Metagaming pigeon is ready to explode. Look at
it. And I'm raging, so I get advantage. All right. Yes, 18.
All right.
Woo!
18. That does hit.
Yeah. Okay. So 18 hits.
So did he just like charge the monster? Is that what he did?
Yeah. This is basically going to come off like an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Where do I put him in the bog next to the monster? Because he's already next to Torrin. I can't put you in front of Torrin.
Well, that is a good question. Are you just trying to shield bash, or are you trying to charge at him? Because you said charge at him.
Yeah, well, that's right. How far away am I from him?
Dude, you're right next to it. You're in his area. You're there.
Oh, I'm in the area. See, I thought I was a couple feet away.
No, you're within melee of it. Because you were right next to Torrin.
Oh, because I was right next to Torrin.
Yeah.
See, I thought I was a couple feet away. And get like a full-on fucking charge. I was going to try and knock him off his feet. Damn it.
You can see you right there. Monster.
Yeah,
there.
I'd be like right there, right?
Yeah. Once again, that little guy right there, that's you.
All right, yeah. Yeah, all right. I'm going to go pull my hammer.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
Damn it. Straight roll.
Just stop right there. Whatever makeup that is.
It is 8.
All right. You got your hand on the handle, but you can't get it. It's stuck. But your hand's on it, so it's not going to sink any further. You've stopped it from sinking.
So you moved up to grab the hammer. Got it.
Can't quite pull it out yet.
Damn it.
So where you told me to put the hammer, he is in the muck now, trying to get it out. Okay. Yep. Just want to make sure I got that right.
All right. So you stepped in just to the edge of the bog, but into the edge of it to grab it out. Like I said, now it's not sinking down anymore, but now you're in the bog and yeah.
All
right.
Yep.
Okay. It is now Swamp Monster number 2's turn. And that is the one in front of Corallos. And what he's going to do is he's going to go for a tentacle attack on Corallos. So Corallos, you see as this creature reaches out for you, very similar to the one before. You see these moss-like tendrils come out from the hand of it as it reaches for you. $12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Oh,
I assume that it doesn't, but I can't hear you. Good? Okay.
Yeah.
I heard him.
Yeah, I heard him too.
I heard him.
I heard nothing.
Try one more time.
How about now?
Yeah, okay, got it.
All right, there we go. No, I have 13 AC.
Gotcha. Nice.
Let's go.
Skin of the teeth.
So yeah, you see it, and it takes a swipe at you, and you duck, and just it missed. So
But is it out of the muck now?
No. It's right in front of him. It didn't need to
Pop out.
It just tried
Okay,
to grapple him.
got it. I'm just waiting. It's like I'm waiting. It's like, come on out.
But okay, no, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you said. It didn't come out. It popped up. So your Sacred Flame would hit off now.
Oh, sweet.
Go ahead and roll. For the Sacred Flame.
DC save 15 for you.
Okay. That's a 2.
Ooh, nice. That's a no. 7 points.
7 points.
Nice.
7 points of damage. All right. It missed. Corallos, it's your turn. Nat, you're on deck.
All right. I'm going to bonus action. I'll move Hex to my swamp guy.
Yep. You got it.
And then
Oh, asterisks.
I'm just going to Eldritch Blast him.
All right. Do it.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yo!
Nice.
All right. Wait.
Way to go, Corallos.
Use your magic
Damn
pew
dice
pew.
tower.
Pew, pew.
I want a dice tower now.
Two.
I got boxes at the shop. We're gonna make everybody one.
Sweet.
Well, tell me with a good time.
9 damage.
9 damage.
999.
Yeah.
Whoa. Pew pew pew. He pew pewed for 9.
You see Corallos basically point blank range, just lets go of an Eldritch Blast. You see this burst of energy just hit this swamp creature right in the chest. Man, you heard it. Is that everything on your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Nat, you are up, and Swamp Monster number 3 is on deck.
Okay. So, originally I was going to go try to help Corallos and Beldan, but right now it seems like they kind of have their stuff under control. So I'm going to stay, help Tarook and Torrin with their monster,
Mm-hmm.
which almost looks like it's kind of laughing at them at the moment.
Judgy monster.
It is a judgy monster. It's like my sister's
Pretty
dog.
much.
So I'm going to
It's tough
stay.
to tell with this very anguished, face of Muck and Meyer, but it could be taunting them. You don't know.
I get the vibe. I get the taunting vibe.
Yeah.
So
Right, just a little reminder, you are right there
Yeah.
at the end of the cap. And the monster is there.
So that's roughly like what, 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take a couple. I'm going to take a couple steps towards it and swing my short sword at it.
All right. Roll for the attack, if you would.
Will
Nat attack.
Nat attack.
That attack.
not attack with a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. And
These are, at this point, everybody should kind of get the idea. These are slower creatures. They're not hard to hit.
it's frantic, right? So roll for my damage.
Correct.
Okay, and that's the D6 and the
Yeah.
dexterity, right?
Dex. Yep.
Or strength. Dex, got it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So rolled a 3 and dexterity 3, so 6.
Cease.
Nat's getting my vote for MVP.
Yeah, so you see Nat takes another carve out of the one in front of Torrin and Tarook, and she puts another gash right through the chest of this one. 6 points of damage.
Just kind of nods over at the other two like, hey, what's up? You guys doing? The old chin.
How are those scales now, Torrin?
Oh. Who's taunting now? It doesn't look like the monster is taunting anybody. All right. That's the end of Nat's go. It is Swamp Monster number 3. Belden, you're on deck.
Sweet.
Number 3 will.
Yeah.
I think what he's going to do is attack.
I has a question for the DM.
Go ahead.
Has he popped out of the popped out, standing up out of the swamp yet?
He's whacked him. Yeah, the mole's up. He went.
Because I had my morning star at the ready.
Oh yeah, he helped too.
Go ahead and do it.
Alrighty.
On his turn, he pops up. So go ahead and roll.
Sorry, I'm trying to do math. That is a 19.
Yeah, it is.
All right, cool.
He just didn't want Nat to have that MVP status. We see how it is.
No, I just wanted to, hit the thing.
Hitting competition, that's all it is.
9.
By what?
Oh,
9.
Impressive. So you got a couple stones after all.
Dragon stones.
Stones to match the scales.
Legendary item. Oh gosh. All right.
Their fertility drug.
More for her pleasure.
Boy.
Here we go.
Scales for her pleasure indeed.
Well, and with that, Torrin, what you just bought yourself was, you see this creature, and it's by the way, I'm sorry, I assumed a 23 hit.
Yeah, 23 hits.
Yeah.
Look at you be sad.
It lunges at you in this, like I said, just bits of bark and sticks and wooden pieces that are stuck all through this thing's anatomy, and he just charges a shoulder at you, and it hits. Doing Ooh.
All
right. 5 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, crap. All right.
Another Band-Aid.
Con throw is 3, so 6.
You are poisoned.
Oh, great.
Oh, Torrin.
Oh dear.
God.
All right. That is. It also has 2 unarmed attacks that it's going to direct at the Goliath standing right next to it.
I guess if he passes, we can harvest those legendary items.
Oh gosh. All right. Tarook, that's a 11 to hit and a 18 to hit. Okay, so just 1 hits. And that is 1d4 plus 5 points of bludgeoning damage to Root as it takes a shot at you.
I have that because I'm raging.
So
Yeah, I'm
we'll
raging.
have it to 3.
To 3. Okay, cool.
That's the first time I think that's happened. I always do that, whether it's you or the monster. If it's an odd number, I'll have it on the upside.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Just for future reference. I do that for y'all, and yeah, so.
I think I scared him. He ran off to protect the boys.
All right. That's it for Swamp Monster number 3. Belden, you are up. Torrin is on deck.
I think I'm actually going to try to Warhammer this dude. Feeling lucky. Feeling positive.
Roll.
What the hell are my modifiers?
Warhammer.
14 and 4, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. I gotta actually grab a D10 for this. $10 damage.
10 damage. He is hurt. You see the one in front of Corallos goes. It after that shot from the hammer, it's doing rough. He's still up, but he's doing rough. Beldan, is that everything on your turn?
Yes, that is everything for my turn. Sorry.
Okay, Beldan, you are done. Torrin, you're up. Tarook is on deck.
Being attacked by the furry monster.
All right.
The true big bad of the campaign.
I know he's eyeing up. He's eyeing up the map like, hey, what you got up there?
All right. I'm
you are poisoned, so at the beginning of your turn, 3 points of poison damage at the top of your turn.
fun.
I'll save
right.
one to remember you by.
I'll wait for that. Okay, I'm gonna attack it with Claw Basher.
Do it.
Smack this thing upside the head. 18.
Yeah, 18 hits.
All right.
You're like Dr. Evil because the cat's sitting on my lap. It's pretty nice.
Mr. Biddle's
9.
9. That's the
right.
one.
9.
That one's looking rough too.
Ow.
You see, hit it with Claw Basher, and you find purchase right on the chest, and it's certain.
Omnipotence, I love your sounds. Just want you to know that.
I try.
I know. Those are awesome.
Y'all wonder why I hired a voice actor to be our DM.
All right, Torrin, that's the end of your turn. Tarook, you're up, and Swamp Monster number 2 is on deck.
All right, I'm gonna try to pull my hammer out again.
Yeah, you do it.
Still
God.
same thing, just one roll.
Yeah, just
right?
straight roll for strength to pull it out.
Bro said I need to leave the map alone.
It's a 10.
10.
No, stay away from the map.
Oh no.
All right, it's not budging, but it's not sinking any further. You, however, sunk 2 inches a little deeper into the bog. So you not that deep, but you're almost right at your ankles.
All right.
Is that everything you're going to try on your turn?
Yep.
All right. Swamp Monster number 2. Looking at the situation, he is going to try his attack on the one that keeps slicing at him, so Nat.
Oh, sheesh.
Band-aids for everybody. And for you guys, for free. Just because I like you.
Aw.
How do you do that?
Plus
It takes like 15 minutes.
5, so 23 to hit.
Oh.
I can't do that.
Ow.
Bad
That
omnipotence. Bad.
hit. Okay. All right. 1d6. Nat, you take 3 points of piercing damage as this creature, once again, you see these bark and tree branches and stuff that are stuck all through the creature, and it basically once again throws a shoulder at you and is sticking and then stick into you. I need you to roll me a con save.
So I got splinters.
Yeah, you got 3 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save for me.
Okay, which dice is that?
D20
Okay.
and add your con modifier.
Okay. All right, 13 and 3 for con, so 16.
Okay. You're Rangers, you're used to poison, so you feel as when this thing throws its shoulder at you, and you feel the sick feeling kind of enter the wounds, and you're just like, and you just power through it, and the poison does not take effect.
Nice. Walking
Walk
off
it
like
off.
a champ, man.
Yeah.
Unlike that
Also-
Dragonborn we have.
It also gets 2 unarmed attacks, which it will direct towards you, Nat.
Of course. I like my ex-husband.
A nasty swamp monster?
Full of poison and grabby.
I rolled. All right, that's a
This out. Edit that out. Anyway.
17 to hit.
Okay.
So that hits, and a 7 to hit. I assume that misses.
It missed, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 1 hits, 1 misses. That's saying D4.
Yeah, I get to do
4
something.
points of bludgeoning damage, Nat, as this mud and muck and bark fist comes up and just right hand.
Nat, how you doing, Nat? What's the boo-boo counter looking at?
Well,
That was
I took a total of 7.
Yeah.
I still have 11 hit points.
So, and that is everything Swamp Monster can do.
Fucking swamp monster. Excuse me.
Swamp monster's a bastard.
Beldan, you're up. Torrin, you're on deck.
Swamp monster is a jerk.
Do I want to see if I'm lucky, or do I want the swamp monster to see if he's lucky?
You gotta
I
ask
know.
yourself one question.
You're feeling lucky, punk. All right, we're not doing that again. I'm gonna take a swing at it with the warhammer.
Do it.
Warhammer.
13 and 2, 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
I'm telling you, they're easy to hit.
Thanks, dearly. Thanks. Thank you. 6 and 2, 8 damage.
2. I forgot where you
To
were.
this guy in front of Corallos. Yeah.
All right, yeah. How would you like to do it?
I just want to brain this thing. I want my warhammer to come just over my shoulder and just one hand
All right, yeah.
smoosh him.
It's almost like kind of like the carnival game where you
Let's see this.
overhand with the hammer.
Oof.
And then
No, Gallagher.
It's Gallagher. Yes.
Ladder.
Gallagher,
Yeah.
yes.
Ladders and
My
just
splash zone.
and you see this muddy stump kind of just melt down into the bog and just decompose.
Nice.
Jeez.
I would like to use my movement to get next to. Actually, I know for Tarook to pull his hammer out, that was that's an action. I'd like to move up to it. Would it be possible to assist him with my bonus?
You can assist. I'll say that you can assist him, and then I'll say that with you assisting him, he'll get advantage on it the next time he tries to pull it out.
Okay, so I'd like to do that because I know how important that hammer is to him now that he's made that change to it.
Yep. You do it.
So I'm going to hang out right here, and I'm assisting Tarook with his very muddy warhammer. That's the end of my turn.
All right, Beldan. Good turn.
This audio sound appropriate.
Torrin, you're up. Tarook, you're on deck. And
All right.
Torrin, at the beginning of your turn, you take 6 points of poison damage.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Nat,
god.
I heard that, by the way. I heard that, Nat.
No, you didn't.
Everything's appropriate. I know what you're talking about.
I got nothing.
It's like,
That
hey, bud.
That poison's starting to really take effect, Torrin.
Oh no.
Okay. So I'm gonna use second wind.
Mm-hmm.
Save myself some. It's a bonus action, so I'm
Yeah.
not an idiot. Thank goodness. All right. So I'm gonna use my bonus action first and use second wind.
All right.
It's 1d10 plus my level. So that's of course. That's 3.
3 plus 2, so 5.
No, it's a 3 total. I rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
All
okay.
right. 3.
So
It's better than nothing.
it is better than nothing. So
I would just like to point out that I have nothing that removes poison, just to give you a little heads up there.
okay. And now I'm gonna bash this thing in the face.
Yep. Number 3 is still standing. You see, just standing there. This is the one with the bark and wood sticking
Yep.
out of it.
I'm aware.
Yeah, the son of a gun that poisoned me.
You could just pipe in like Halo flood noises. You could just do that.
Ooh.
24.
Copyright, sorry.
24.
24. No, you miss. Yeah. Go ahead, roll damage.
Okay, here we go. D8. Yes. 11.
11.
11.
Yes!
How would you like to do this?
What's the right word? Shoryuken. I'm gonna uppercut this little bastard with my with Claw Basher.
Do it. And basically what you see is just
Boom.
this muck and slime and shards of wood just shoots up a few feet and it comes down, and you see once again in similar fashion as the other two, it just kind of this mound of moss and dirt and mud and muck and mire just kind of decomposes at an accelerated rate and just kind of goes down into the bog.
Woohoo!
That's it for combat. Now.
Ugh.
Did it! We beat the spinach monsters!
Can I roll to get my hammer out?
Thank goodness, because I feel dizzy.
You don't need to roll at this point. We're out of combat, so with Beldan helping you, the two of you can manage it. You haven't sunken so deep that you can't get the hammer out or get yourself out.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm getting the hell out of the bog.
Yeah. By the end of that, you were about ankle deep. You're an 8 foot tall Goliath. You can push yourself out and get it out.
Coming over
And
here.
if you have
standing
time to
still.
concentrate, you know, you got it.
Look at us living. Proud of us.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
We did it!
Oh.
We did it!
It's like omnipotence, though. You tried. Huh?
Huh? Things got a little harder, huh?
Little dicey.
He tried very hard to kill us.
We almost got some Dragon Ball souvenirs.
On that note,
Copyright.
Torrin, you are still poisoned.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't even know how we fix you, dude. We're kind
Well,
of in trouble.
I've seen this once before, and I was always told that you have to suck the poison out. So,
1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it. Oh,
Not it.
Corallos. Ha
It's
Corallos.
Torrin. You have to suck
By
girl
this point,
poison.
it's worn off. It only lasts about a minute.
Oh, I want to see somebody suck the poison out.
I apologize.
Wait, who's sucking poison out of where?
Torrin was
Out
the
of my
last one.
shoulder.
Oh, it's actually
The-
Corallos, yeah.
The one with the wood
Nat
shards
was the
in it,
last one to say not
the
it.
wood and everything had
Thank you.
fungus and poison.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Got
What? What?
Yeah.
Nature did a number to the Dragonborn.
Yeah, that hurt a lot.
How much life do you have? Do I need to
have 10 points.
give you some of that good healing, or
I would really appreciate
Good
that
round.
good healing.
Yeah, I'd say you need it.
Good round of fighting there. That was good. I'm proud of you guys.
yeah.
GG, y'all. GG.
Absolutely.
All right, so I guess I'm going
right.
to. I have 2 spell slots left. If I use this on you, I will have 1. Is everybody down? Everybody's good with that?
Yeah, sure. Can I just get someone to help me like pull these splinters out?
I mean, I could. Let's see what do I got here.
I mean, I'm all right. I just need someone to help like pull these suckers out. 'Cause one of them's ledge kind of deep.
Yeah, we'll get you cleaned up. But first, I got to attend to the Dragonborn.
Yes,
It's very-
fix the
Very
fix
broke
the
Dragonborn.
yes, fix
Dragon
the very broken scaly thing.
I'll help you, Natty. Don't worry. I'll
Scaly.
pull them
Wait
out
a
for you.
minute. Wait a minute. Scaly.
Hey, just be quiet and take the heal.
Shh.
It's okay. You
Do
get
you need
11
me to come
back.
in and hold your hand, Torrin?
Thank you, Beldan.
Oh man, I should just start charging you guys. That'd make me a fortune.
Yeah, you need to pay your girlfriend back.
I do. I so do. She's gonna kill me.
Well, that swamp monster tried to.
I mean, I wasn't hurting. I'm not the one getting healing right now.
That's true. And you're not walk of shaming either, so.
All right.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of licking your wounds, healing up and everything, if anybody wants to, you can roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Good idea.
We're in this crazy bog. 18.
10.
I got an 8.
22.
Nice. Tarook.
Oh, 18. I'm sorry. 18.
Nice.
2 18s and a 22. Fairly rolled fairly well across the board. You see nothing as far as no further movement from the bog. No trail, no dirt or muck trails coming up through there. Everything looks calm.
Thank Bahamut.
Thank God.
Very, very quiet and very calm.
Baranar.
You take a look around. There is not much left of the creatures that you just finished fighting. Like I said, the second that you killed them, they kind of decomposed right before you and just kind of fell into the bog.
Was there anything animating them? Magic guy, do magic stuff.
Roll an Arcana check.
I have somebody to handle my light work for me in that department. Corallos!
Oh, man.
Corallos!
I'm asking.
Corallos, can you
Corallos, please. I'll hear
roll
your
it.
ouchies, I promise.
Roll me an Arcana check.
That would be a 17.
That's really good. And I'm going to say that gave you some info. Those were not controlled creatures per se. You are fairly aware that certain creatures, usually aquatic, can be found enthralled by usually bigger creatures like krakens or water deities, water spirits can command something called a sea spawn. This creature is usually a mindless thrall, but this wasn't necessarily in the sea per se. So the best that you can gather is this might be called a bog spawn.
Honestly, I just look like a guy in my
Very dangerous creature, definitely known for especially where you found it, probably human or humanoidish flesh. Probably interests it. And you having seen that, the bog is filled with bodies, those things were probably kept there to get rid of the bodies.
Oh, this is like the garbage can. Okay.
So
It's
what
a
do you
big
guys
farm.
think?
Yeah,
Do we
it's-
have enough evidence? Are we going to keep moving forward or should we go back?
No, we keep moving forward.
Whoa. With
2
all due respect, Tarook, I think we should head back. We've got a
Kirby.
lifetime of human eyeballs.
We got the eyeballs themselves.
We about got our tails handed to us by 3 swamp monsters.
I think me and Beldan are both out of spells.
I got one left.
We've won.
I would say you're still about midday.
Yeah.
Considering everything that's happened and what's been going on, you're about midday.
And we still have to make it back out.
I have a
Yes.
question.
All right.
Down at the bottom of the bog, Corallos cast
Detect magic.
detect
Right.
magic, and he saw all that magic down there, right?
A couple things pinged for him, yes.
All right. So, like,
Yeah,
let's say someone was to go down there and
Not
try
it.
to get those pinging magic thingies.
Uh-huh.
Is that possible?
Sure is.
All right.
Certainly try.
I've seen how this ends. Not it.
Not it.
Tarook, go find me a boulder.
No problem, my friend. All right. Can I search for a boulder?
Try this. I was hoping you guys would try.
I'm
just going to sit back and
interested.
watch the magic unfold.
All right.
I'm gonna sit with Beldan because I'm still a little woozy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna enjoy.
You
Got
want me
your
to
back,
roll,
Tarook. I have my bow and arrow, baby. I got
There's,
you.
Alright.
there are snacks. Anybody? Snacks? No?
You want me
I'm
to
already
roll a
snacking.
search check for a boulder, Tim?
got some snacks in the
Sorry,
Or can I
you
just, like,
looking for a
fun?
boulder?
Yeah. So, something
Yeah.
heavy enough or something, or is it just next to
Tell you
me?
what,
Or
investigation check for whoever wants to.
Can I assist?
all right, yes.
Yeah, let's look for a
please.
boulder. We're gonna
All
search
right,
for
all right.
treasure.
I'll look for a
Alright.
boulder.
Plus now.
I got a 21.
That's a 19.
11.
Plus,
That's a 19
15.
too.
that's a 21.
Yeah, okay.
Let's roll. We all find
got a
them.
couple. You got a couple options.
I got a
not
rock.
boulders per se, but taking a look not too far away from the edge of the bog. I'd say maybe 20 to about 20 feet off of the bog. A fairly thick tree could be used as an anchor if you chose, if you wanted to wrap rope around it.
All right, so this is the plan here. We are going to wrap some rope around Corallos.
I'm gonna
anchor it
take-
off.
I'm gonna take my robe off.
He's gonna take his
Oh,
rope
good
off.
idea.
Thank you.
At
We are
sugar.
gonna anchor it off to the stub, and I'm gonna throw him down there.
This is the worst idea in the history of ever.
This is the
I just,
greatest
I just,
idea.
This
I
is
just-
a terrible idea.
the dwarf wants
Okay.
to make it known that he's gonna go along with it because he wants to see how it's gonna end.
Okay.
Hey, you know what?
So
Let's
the
let's attach
plan-
2 lengths of rope to him, huh? Just in
Yes.
case one breaks.
Yes.
The
I
plan
have
is
my
all
rope.
right.
All
We're
right.
tying Corallos to the tree,
Okay.
and then a separate line off to someone holding it just to pull me out.
Okay.
You want me to cast light on you?
I was gonna
Because
say me
that'd
and
be great.
me and Tarook can hold it because
Yeah.
we both are the strongest.
Okay.
Corallos, do you want me to cast light on you or on your hand or something so you can kind of
I'm
That'd be-
gonna
have
help
something
you
to maybe
out.
help you see?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna cast detect magic, and then I can see the magic items.
Okay. Before you do that, Corallos, what is your con? I asked this to Tarook earlier because I thought he was
Yeah.
going to need it. What's your con?
13.
13. Okay. No, because your DM can't do math in his head.
Hey, I can't do math at all.
I have to do math when it's part of the job.
Okay. Corallos, you believe that you can hold your breath roughly over a minute.
Oh man. Oh, it's not.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know how I like this.
I don't
So
like
it's-
this.
so it's by con then. Who's got more con? I guess. But he's the only one that can do detect magic. So I mean, if we can't just
Wait,
yeah.
what's his Corallos? What's your con?
You
13.
do know from Detect
I'm
Magic
13.
roughly how deep it is. It's not crazy deep. You're looking at about 50 feet down.
Who
I
has the
don't want Corallos to die, man.
Who has the highest constitution?
Probably you.
What's your
Yeah.
constitution, Tarook?
I have 16.
I have
16.
18.
I have
Beldan.
16.
So
Oh,
Beldan,
man.
I don't like this plan.
Oh man.
Well, it would actually, in a way though, it would be easier if it was Beldan because Beldan is smaller, so he's a little bit of a lighter weight.
You're gonna have to take that plate off, though.
How much do you weigh, Belden?
I mean, I'm gonna have to take the plate off. More than you, though. That's for sure.
Beldan, for some odd reason, you can pretty much guess. You can hold your breath roughly almost 2 minutes. Almost. Just about
All right.
just under 2 minutes.
All right. I'll take one for the team.
Oh,
I'll
God.
take one for the team.
Okay.
I got your back, Beldan.
But before they do, I want to just go ahead and I'm gonna write a little note and put it in my pouch too that says I did it out of my own free will and these guys didn't kill me
That's a
Fair
good
enough.
idea.
because I don't want my kingdom to go after them or anything.
Okay.
That would kind of suck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
kind of.
You'd be surprised. I actually came prepared for this. Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
So I
Lord.
guess I'm gonna get naked, almost.
Yeah. Without armor, you have I'm gonna call a swim speed of 20 feet per round.
All right.
Think
Yeah.
of it like for combat. It's gonna be similar to that.
So how are we getting me down? Like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go in there, and you're just gonna roughly tell me where it is there, Corallos, and then I'll have to light myself up to find it. Is that the plan here, guys?
That's gonna be the tough part. Is he can Unless you know of a way to talk. That's
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is
Wait a
like
minute.
the
I
damn.
got this.
This is like the damn
Can't-
claw game.
Can't you talk to him mentally? Can't you do
I
that
have
mental
to be able to
thing?
see him.
Well, if he uses light, you should be able to see him, right?
Through mud.
Yeah, bro.
If
It's mud.
bright
I
enough,
just no.
Light doesn't shine through mud.
worth a shot. Come on. I'm not the smart one here.
That is correct. Yes. But we still love you.
I appreciate that.
I'll tell you how I'm going to do this. He can give you a rough direction of where the detect magic is pinging.
Mhm.
You can head there, and then it's going to be an investigation roll.
Oh yeah, no,
while you're down
that's
there
that's
to
fine.
see if you can find exactly where he's saying.
So nobody get pissed because I'm wise, but I'm not very smart. I'm just saying.
I was
Okay.
ready to tie myself to a boulder and let me sink with it. So this is.
Wow, this
This
is
is
a, lot
a much
safer.
better
This is
plan.
way-
Oh my god.
Holy crap, dude.
Okay.
We can still go with that idea. And
Yeah,
you just
okay.
go to the
No,
rope and
I,
I'll pull
I
you up.
am not having you tie a boulder to me. That's
No.
not happening.
Okay, this is fun. This is so fun. I was hoping we'd get to do this. All right.
I've been thinking about this moment for 2 weeks.
You guys freaking owe me. That's all I'm saying. First to sleep, and now I'm have to go into that. Yeah. Thank goodness I'm a dwarf, man.
Well, hey, at least you
I
have
mean,
someone
I'll go.
above protecting you.
I'll go.
No, I need you to be the one to pull me out.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know
But
what?
We have
Ready?
Torrin
Ready
in his
to?
strength, and I'm 8 feet tall. I
You
have
feel-
a bigger reach.
You feel two tugs. You pull, pull,
Pull with
You
all our
freaking
might.
pull. For all you're worth, you pull.
Okay.
All right, Omnipotence. I'm ready. How
You're
we doing
ready.
this?
All right.
All right, he's psyched up.
So nervous.
I'm
Just-
so-
You know what?
I don't
Hold on.
I'm more excited than you are.
Oh my god.
I
I
like
was-
all right,
Belden's
let's-
idea.
I
Do it.
spent so much time looking this up. I'm like, what if
Wait.
they get pulled in, or what if they dive in?
All right, let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. I'm so ready for this. Okay.
More liquid courage.
So
It
No,
said, what
this
if
is
they
dinner.
die? Can we just go back to that? Tim said, what if they die?
No, what if they dive?
yeah, what if
Dive.
they dive.
Oh,
dive.
dive.
Dive down.
Oh my
Or-
god, no. No one is dying.
I
Not
have
this
no
week.
problem telling you. I thought that one of the monsters were going to pull one of you guys down in there, and I was like, "Oh gosh, I got to know the stats
Hey.
for holding your breath." Like, I'm so
Nice.
glad. And-
Me
Okay,
and George been talking about this. Let's go. Let's do this.
okay, Beldan, are you ready?
Yep,
Okay,
I'm ready. Oh man, I'm ready. Let's do it. Before I
All
change my mind.
so Corallos does detect magic. You get 3 pings light up. One, like I said, roughly 50 feet down.
How far from shore is it?
I'm getting there. The first one is 50. If you want to mark these on the map, go ahead. The first
No,
one,
because I was thinking. I kind of want to live something out here, and that's why I want to know how far it is.
okay. The first one is only about 40 feet in.
Oh,
feet, yeah.
Tarook, I want you to throw me.
Yes.
There it is.
Nice.
What?
He wants
What
you
did you say?
to throw
I
him.
want you to
him.
throw me.
Oh
is
my
great.
god.
There is 2 other blips, one to your right and one to your left. They're roughly about 15 feet in each direction from the one in the middle.
Oh,
Okay.
well, which one do we want, guys? What do we want?
Doesn't
Group decision. It matters. Which one? Which one are we going for?
No. You pick.
No, I'm not going to pick. Everybody
You
picks
pick,
together.
I'll throw.
I think the closest one because we can't
You're roughly
risk
about the
losing.
same distance away. You're just going a little farther just for the 2 on the edges.
Let's say we just go gun
metal.
metal.
Around?
What was that?
What, George?
How far can you swim around?
He said I can do 20 feet per minute, or was it round?
Per round.
Per
and
round.
A round. Basically, one round you're going to be able to swim 20 feet, and that's 6 seconds of your breath.
Got it.
So
And I'm keeping track of how long you can hold your breath.
roughly 10
Understood.
rounds. Ugh.
Excuse me. I just want to see. I just want to be a part of the new dwarf toss record of 40 feet. The previous one was 38.5. Trust me, I know.
What, George?
All right.
I'm doing math and it's not adding up. I want to go for all 3, but
So you want to go 2 guys at this at a time? Because
I
think-
will listen. You know, fight or flight takes in. People know when, oh crap, I'm running out of breath and I can't hold. So I'll give you a little bit of warning of, hey, I'm starting to run out of breath. So I'll let you know as you go.
All right.
I'm down.
Corallos, you're going in as well.
Whoa,
Kirby?
whoa, whoa.
All right.
Torrin, listen to me.
Oh, no.
We are the strongest. You hold on to one, I hold on the other one.
You have rope for all this?
I got 50 feet in my bag,
He's got 50.
but that's not enough.
I have 50 feet.
Okay. That's 100.
We need at least another 100 feet to make this work.
Hold on.
I also have 50.
All right.
Can I pull a patch off of my robe and pull out 50 feet of rope? That's an option, no? I don't
Yes, it
remember
is.
this.
You
Yeah,
can
let's
use
do
one of your patches that you know about
Yes.
and pull 50 feet of hempen rope.
I need one of those patches to be like a whole keg to make this happen.
What you got is you see Corallos pull off a patch of his magical robe, and the second that he pulls it out, the magical properties of the robe take effect, and you see 50 feet of hempen rope appear in his hand where the patch is.
Nice.
Wow.
Can I ask a question? So it was a patch. Does that mean that you can see skin now?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Oh my god. I think we all need
You
No
can
comment.
see a hair in the robe where there used
Very
to be
nice.
where there used to be hair.
I'm
We
gonna.
all seriously need to get
I fix his tear for him. I don't want him to run around naked.
Okay, you take a second to do mending and fix
Yeah.
them.
Here, look.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right.
But if they come in a funny
This
place, though,
happened.
you're done. I'm gonna leave it there.
Two people are diving down.
Apparently.
I'm in. Let's go.
Okay, Corrales, run by me one more time. What was your con?
13.
Time out a minute. If Corrales goes, though, he can't tell me where to go, can he?
Not once you're down there, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do
Not gonna
that
be able
when
to
you're
talk.
down
All right.
there
So you
anyway,
gotta,
right?
you gotta let me know where to go first, and then you can go.
Yes, 100%.
Got it.
That's a minute. Okay.
Oh man, it's gonna be epic.
This is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is so fun. Okay. When you guys are ready.
As he says that with his murder face, Jesus Christ. hey, omnipotence. That's a murder face.
This
That's
is
what
what
that's called.
this is what heroes do, man. I'm so happy you guys chose to do it. I'm so
Oh my God, this is what greedy adventurers do, not heroes. Let's do it. I'm ready.
3 and 11. All right, I'll cast Detect Magic and point out the, I guess, furthest right.
Furthest. All right, the one on the right, you got the one in the middle, and the one on the left.
All right, so I'm gonna go out to. I'm gonna start making my way out there.
Which one are you going towards?
He
Beldan?
said the furthest right because he's got to
Yes.
point out where I need to go first before he goes
Right.
for his.
Okay, so,
So-
Beldan, you're going towards the one on the right.
Yep. So I find. Am I? Is this it? Is this it here, Corallos? Am I here? Is this it?
As best as I can tell, looks good.
All right. So who's got my rope? Who's got it?
Tarook's
I'm
got-
probably heavier than.
So, Tarook
All right,
is.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Just saying. All right. Hey,
I got it. I'm about
Tarook.
to throw you.
Tarook.
Yes.
Two tugs. Two tugs.
All right. You ready?
Oh, okay. Hey, you're gonna throw me? I thought I was just already swimming out there, dude. We'll save that.
Oh,
for
all
another time.
right.
We'll save it
Fine.
when I have armor on.
Fine.
Yes.
Fine.
All right. All right. So I'm in the vicinity now. I'm gonna dive down.
Okay, so you kind of, and it's tough going because it's not water. This is
Disgusting.
muck. This
Huh.
is 90% mud. You know what I mean?
So I mean, I'm a dwarf. I'm kind of like at home
Fudge.
ish.
Yeah. Okay. You take your breath, and you go down.
Start digging.
And Beldan disappears. Corallos, are you going down now?
Yes, I'm gonna go
Okay, so
farthest.
basically, I'm going to handle this like combat. So, Corallos, you're heading down. Which one are you heading towards?
farthest left.
Farthest left.
Yes.
Okay. Both roll initiative so we can keep track of
I
everything.
got a 10.
That's a nat 20.
Look at you.
Nice.
On initiative, I mean.
Really.
I mean,
I just saying today's episode fits the meme you shared in the Twitter chat.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like I need to get Twitter to watch and see all this, but I don't care
Alright.
enough to because it's Twitter. Oof.
We'll start sending them to you.
Okay. Corallos, we're going to head with you first.
Okay.
And in your first round, heading towards the blip on the left,
Yes.
you can make it down 20 feet. Tough going. Just tough going. It, like I said, it's sludge and muck, and visibility is naturally almost zero. Like you're just in the direction that you know, and you're in your head, you know where it's at because it's kind of pinging like sonar. So you're making your way down. That's 20 feet down. You got 30 more to go.
Okay. Let's go.
There I was crawling through muck, trying to get
All right.
something magical.
Sorry, keeping track of everything. Beldan, making your way to the right. Once again, 20 feet down. It's tough going. It's muck. It's muck and mire, and it's not easy to get through.
Diggy hole.
All right. You 20 feet down. Going back to Corallos. 20 more feet down. Still going slow. You're almost at the bottom. You're 40 feet down.
Tarook, I've never gone fishing using a tiefling as bait before.
It's actually pretty funny watching him wiggle down there.
Beldan,
I feel the rope.
down. You're 40 feet down. Still doing good. Corallos, you hit the bottom. And hit the bottom using your detect magic. You know roughly where it's supposed to be. I need you now. Roll me investigation.
Six.
You know roughly where it should be, but it's little to no visibility down there. You can't find anything just yet.
Okay.
Beldan, you hit the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Second time.
You are
Not,
all right.
can't.
All right.
Damn it.
Roll me investigation at disadvantage because you don't know exactly where it's at, like Corallos does.
All right. Well, the first one was an 18. The second one's a 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
What you find is while you're kind of grasping through the muck and mire, clothes, a robe, and you feel around and you found a body.
Oh,
I guess that's what I'm looking for because we're not very specific.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm going to. I'm gonna guess.
That we're gonna say that ends your turn. You
Yeah,
found
I gotta
a
figure
body.
out what the hell to do to a body now.
Going over to Corallos. What you find is a body. Roll me an investigation check.
Christ, 8.
You're kind of grasping. You, like I said, you know that there's something magical on this thing, and it's just I can't get to it. What? You're just kind of grasping.
How am I on air?
You have about a minute, just under a minute
Left or total?
left.
Okay.
Beldan, you found your body. Go ahead and give me another investigation check at disadvantage.
Okay. First one is a 16. Second one's a 14. Huh.
14. You're reaching. You found a pouch. You found the belt, and you found a pouch.
Ooh.
What do you do?
Okay. So I got a pouch.
You got your hands on a pouch, which you can basically like, oh, what is that? You know that there's a pouch on that belt.
Question. What are the odds that I can grab onto this body and just give 2 tugs and have them jerk me out with it?
You can.
But I'd really like to grab on, I guess, to the pouch mostly, because that's what I found.
Okay. So okay. So you're
'Cause
grabbing
I
on.
don't, yeah,
to
like
the
I don't
belt
have
of the
detect
body.
magic, and yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and yeah.
Do that, and knock off your air here. 1. Math. Okay. You've got a grasp on the body. Are you going to tug? Is that what we're doing?
And how much air do I have left?
A little over a minute.
So I'd have time to keep kind of poking around then, just to see.
If you wanted, yes.
I'm gonna give it one more round.
Okay.
I'm gonna give one more round.
All right. Going over to Corallos. Corallos, give me an investigation check if you would.
19.
Yes.
All right. With your detect magic, your sense, you get it, and then you feel something on the wrist of this body. Feels like metal bracers. And you're fairly sure that that's exactly where your detect magic was pinging. And without even thinking of it, you take the bracers off of the body. You find the other arm, kind of fumble around. You got the metal bracers.
Okay.
Do you move at all?
I have them now. Can I? It's 15 feet, you said, to the one in the center?
Yes.
I'm going to head for that.
Okay, you can do that in one round, 15 feet, and you make it to that area.
Okay.
You can't do an investigation check yet, but you make it to that area. Beldan.
Yeah.
You wish to look a little more to maybe...
Yeah, I guess to make sure, I don't have that detect magic luxury, so I don't know what the hell I'm looking for.
Yep.
I don't.
Investigate
I found a
at
pouch. So I'm gonna,
disadvantage.
Raj.
You don't know.
First one's a 17. Ugh.
Right.
And an 18.
17.
Yeah.
You. All right. No, I'm.
Feel it.
All right. You're reaching around this body and you're kind of like, there's got to be, I don't know if it's, and then once again, you kind of make your way up the arms and you feel the hand. And it's like a skeletal mess. And you feel around the hand and you're like, that's a ring. You find a ring on the right hand of the body.
All right. So I know there's a pouch and a ring.
Yep.
Can I take both?
You can on the next turn.
Sweet.
Or grab one of them.
I mean, I don't know where the other stuff is because, like I said, I don't have detect magic, so I'm not going to go randomly swimming in the bog. I'd rather wait for next turn and get both than just pull one out this turn. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to wait for next turn.
Okay. All right. We'll go to Corallos, which you made your way to the ping in the middle.
Yes.
Let's see.
Hey, Torrin.
Sup?
So, what are we gonna do if they don't come back up?
What do you mean if they don't come? We're gonna pull them out.
I'm just saying, worst case scenario. I mean, what do we do? Maybe not.
I know
maybe
you're
we
not.
should go
I
pick
know
some flowers.
You don't look like you're very familiar with it, but pulling out is very effective.
Well, I mean, my pullout game is non-existent. It is 0, my friend. So,
Wow, that's going on.
For the love of God, both of you get back up here. I can't take
Giant
this.
babies, they make your dreams come
You
true.
hear nothing. Corallos, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
22.
Yeah, that'll do it. This time, it's amazing that you. All right.
God, piece of awesomeness.
You're just flailing about in the muck and mire, and your hand grasps something solid. And you grab it, not even realizing what you were looking for, and it's a sword. It's the scabbard of a sword in a scabbard.
I'll grab that too.
Well, you do that, and that'll end your turn for right now.
Okay.
Beldan, you are sitting there with a body, and you can grab a ring or grab a pouch, or you can keep looking.
So I can't take both the ring and the pouch.
With one action,
I thought that's why I was waiting this for the other turn. For this
you
turn.
use your action to investigate further and find the ring on the last one. I said in your next one you could pick an action and you could take something off of the body. Remember, you're in mud.
Yeah, that's very true. And I don't have that nifty
Which would
thing.
obviously be easier if you were just underwater or something.
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
have more visibility, and you. Yeah.
How much time do I have left?
You have right at a minute.
I guess I can rifle through the body some more then. But it's a ring and a pouch. I'm gonna high-low it. Let's see what happens.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm deciding what I'm gonna take. Because,
okay.
I said, I'm just gonna keep. Even if I were to come across something, it'd still be a mystery. I don't know what's what. So I'm just gonna kind of cut the losses here, kind of total, and just pick one. And let's see. It's high, so it's gonna be the ring.
All right. You
Take
grab
the ring. And I'm gonna give my 2 tugs.
Ding, ding.
Okay. All right. And that was Tarook. You feel the 2 tugs on the rope. And that'll end Beldan's turn. Let's go to Corallos because he's at the top. Corallos, you now have this sword that you found and the bracers from the other body. What do you do?
One more cursory look with detect magic. If I don't see anything, I'm tugging on the rope.
You don't see anything except you get the ones that are right on you and the one off to the side.
All right, then I'm tugging.
All right, Corallos. So Torrin, you feel the tug on the rope as well.
Yep.
I'm gonna give in order of things. I'm gonna say that Tarook and Torrin, you can basically go at the same time in the initiative. So you both just felt the tug on the ropes.
Belden's mind. He's like, please let Corallos have prestidigitation because I'm never going to be clean with just a bath. It's never going to
It's
happen.
basically a strength roll for pulling them back out. So tell me what you get on the strength roll.
10.
10. Tarook? What? You pull, and it's
So let's see.
I'm saying it's a solid muck and mire. It's not like smooth. There's nothing. It's not like swamp water. It's legit mud. So you can't help him much.
I'm going to go over a list of things real quick that our giant can't do. 1, beat a gnome. 2, pull a weapon out of muck. 3, wake up a damn cleric. And 4, pull said cleric out of the mud.
Oh.
You are further and further going just further from my best friend, dude. I mean, I'm sorry.
Torrin, with a 10, Corallos, you do move 5 feet towards
All right.
the surface. So you move a little bit of 5 feet. So you're roughly 45 feet away from the surface now.
Okay.
With that, Beldan, it is your turn. And you've tugged, but you haven't felt any movement or,
Just gonna go ahead and try to move up.
Okay.
I don't want to die, and I'm obviously can't trust my party.
50. All right. So you make 20 feet up, swimming through the muck and the mire.
Yeah.
That's Beldan. Back at the top, we'll go to Corallos.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of hang on. My hands are kind of full.
Okay.
Kick your feet, man.
I-
Live.
I'm small, man.
All right.
Hey, man, just tell others my story, dude.
All right. With Corallos done, let's go to the pulley team. Tarook and Torrin, would you please roll me some strength checks?
I'm glad he has his face covered still this whole time. Yeah, shame.
Double his size and can't pull a dwarf out.
Ridiculous.
Not twice.
No
Well,
shot.
No.
17.
Oh,
Thank you, guy, dude.
Don't.
okay, 17.
Don't scare us like that. 12. 12.
12. Okay. Corallos, you move another 5 feet. So you're now 40 feet away from the surface. Beldan, this time you move 10 feet and you feel a good tugging and you
Good
feel
yank.
the momentum coming up.
Not the only hearty tug. Ha.
So you are now 10 feet away from the surface now, I believe.
Giggity.
No, I'm
Back
sorry.
up.
You went 30. You swam 20. You got pulled 10. So you get 20 feet away from the surface.
Cool.
Down to Beldan, your turn.
I would like to burst out of the muck like some kind of majestic orca.
Yeah, no, you
Yes,
get as far.
swamp workout.
Basically, there's no majestic out of this. You basically, and your head is above the muck and mire now.
I just kind of look over at them like, you couldn't go any faster.
You just see this dwarven head pop up out of it like a toadstool, just like.
Like,
All right.
get me out of here. I'm going to drain your blood while you're asleep.
You're good. You're good. You're no longer holding your breath. You still had plenty of time. However, Corallos,
Oh, poor buddy.
I haven't asked in a while.
you're starting to feel that strain
Oh, God.
just a little bit.
no.
It's not. You're not emergent yet. You're starting to feel the strain of holding your breath this long, and with the exertion of going to 2 different places and everything, you're starting to get tired.
Okay.
So you are. I'm sorry. You're 40 feet away.
Yep.
Go ahead, Corallos, and are you swimming up?
I'll start kicking at this point. Yeah, once I feel.
All right, you start kicking. I'm gonna give you half speed
that. Yeah.
with everything. So you make it another 10 feet up.
Okay.
So you're 30 feet away from the surface. Tarook, Beldan's up, so he's fine.
All right, I'm gonna go help Kirby. I'm gonna help Torrin.
Torrin, okay, so you're
Nice.
gonna move over and okay, so now with the 2 of you pulling, go ahead. Torrin, I'm gonna say you roll, but roll with advantage since Tarook's helping you.
Yeah, let him roll.
I don't even need to roll again. That was a nat 20.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna say with that, you're not at the surface, but you feel this huge lunge of energy. You're almost right at the top. You're starting to make it right at the top, and on your turn, come out. So with that, a nat 20. You
I got it.
a little more than Beldan. You were definitely starting to seize up a little bit, and you were just, you actually you spit up a little bit of
Oh,
muck.
thank God.
So you made it, and
So-
I'm gonna say, out of all that, you both make it to shore.
Corallos, clean me.
You both make it to solid land. Beldan with a ring, and Corallos with a pair of steel bracers and a sword.
Oh.
I guess I show the ring to Corallos, and I'm like, please tell me this is it.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
saw things, man. I saw things.
Your thing is still up because it's 10 minutes long. You were not down there as long as that. So yeah, the ring is what's giving off the magical energy.
Oh,
I've
thank
never
God.
seen a dwarf and a
Fantastic.
tiefling naked before.
I'm not
This is
naked.
actually
Tarook,
pretty
now's
awesome.
not the time.
They've got, like,
I
tips
mean,
on.
I
Yeah, they've
got
like,
I got dwarven underwear.
yeah,
They look like
subtle rope.
boxers. They're really nice.
You little tiny
Oh
whitey
my
little
God.
thing, you.
I just said
Right.
boxers.
You got a haul from the bottom of that bog.
Yes.
It sounds
Carlos,
like
don't you
Tarook.
ever do something that's stupid again. You're supposed to be smarter than Tarook.
I feel like he is
I am.
because we got stuff.
Get all this.
Corallos, go ahead and for you put down 1 point of exhaustion, which means most of your ability checks will be at disadvantage for the rest of the day.
Gotcha.
Corallos, you have prestidigitation now, right?
I don't.
Oh, this is gonna be
Don't worry,
gross.
Beldan. I'll
Oh,
clean you up, buddy. Come
I'm
here.
not.
Wish
Keep
you
the
had
giant
a
from
wizard.
licking me, please. I don't want to be licked by the giant. I feel like he'd somehow mess that up too.
So that really only took a few minutes. You're still around midday, and y'all are rank because you got all that muck and mire on you.
And I gotta get back into my armor and this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Can we go back to those huts and see if there's like shower and whatever and kind of like take like a short rest since it's
It's
midday?
a hut, bro. I doubt it has a
You
shower.
can certainly go look.
That's what I'm saying. Can we look?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'd much rather just go back to the city at this point because I feel like we
fine
got
then.
what we
You want to
need.
be a stinky swamp trash dwarf?
I
Be
do.
my guest.
I do. And then after this, we're rope fighting again.
We can do it all you want, little man.
All right.
All right.
Corallos, are you
What's the
okay?
party doing?
I'm all right. That is the question, though. Are we heading back now? I
Do
mean,
we have
don't
enough evidence?
I think we have enough.
I think we should head back.
I feel like going forward would be a bad idea too. I don't have a lot of oomph left for heals, so I mean,
we only
one more
need
and you guys are on your
evidence.
own.
We've got a bunch of
Right.
eyeballs and cultist robes. We still have.
and the freaking the wind chime made of the
Uh-huh.
parts.
The parts.
Yeah.
And you also know that these things were thralled too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I
get
think
this
we
stuff
head
turned
back.
back in and
and
Yeah.
I kind of miss Quark. I can't lie. I miss saying battle ass. So, just saying.
yes, our little battle donkey.
I'm gonna put my
Alright.
robe back on, and then I guess we'll.
Yeah, donning
Right.
armor,
Go on.
although it's squishy and disgusting.
Yeah. Well, we all don't smell like a basket of roses.
I mean,
right
I was
now,
just could
so.
something up on that rope. Anyway.
I mean, you could put
No,
your
Mr.
armor in the bag of holding.
Get out of here.
Aw.
All right. So
Oh, can we put the sword and the bracers in there?
Yeah.
I forgot we had that.
whatever you do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like the eyeballs we found, and the wind chime, and the
Yeah, you
snake
said that
skin,
the
and all
eyeballs
that
you
stuff.
got in a glass jar, and you put that in the back
Let's
of holding with the
Oh.
grotesque wind chime. With
Is there any
eyeballs.
like remnants of the swamp monsters too?
No.
Oh,
I said
okay.
that those things kind of like when you killed them, they decomposed and just kind of
Like
like
just
Raiders of the Lost Ark. They just kind of melted and went into the.
That's the second time something's been raided on this show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's a good reference. All right. What do you want?
Oh no, I'm not
Okay,
complaining.
man.
I'm just saying we're
Sure.
at 2.
Right.
Listen, I would like to learn prestidigitation because I want to be clean in the future.
All right.
I want to be clean. Omnipotence, is that cool? I just be clean.
Not today. Not today,
I
sir.
know.
you're a
No,
dirty little boy.
Today I'm a dirty birdie today, but
Yeah.
in the future, yeah, I need to invest in that.
Now that you've taken the loot and put it in the bag of holding with the items and things that you found on this little adventure, what is the party doing? Where are we?
I vote for home.
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 Corallos, Tarook.
All right. 4-1.
And no, just because you're big, you don't get more than one vote.
Big for nothing. He couldn't pull you out of the swamp. Let's go.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my
And
god.
so much shade in this swamp. All right. All right. So, marching order for heading back.
The usual.
I feel like
Yeah,
I should be
usual.
downwind because I'm gonna just think to join up.
All right. So Nat taking the lead like last time.
I'll go last because I
Sure.
stink.
All right.
I'll hang with Belden because
Yeah, we stink.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
stink collectively, together. We stink
Kirby,
together.
Can
Torrin and Nat can be up front.
We should have
I was
walked in
gonna
front.
say, can I
Screw these
definitely
guys.
be up front because you know,
Sure.
No, we want to hang on to
Whatever you
Torrin.
wanna do, just let me know what you know.
I'll pull up the rear. It's no problem.
Haha, the rear.
All right,
Fair
go
enough.
ahead and whoever's in the front, go ahead and give me perception checks as you are proceeding to head back towards Typhon's Bane.
Alrighty.
They stink, Torrin.
It was so bad down there. Oh my god.
16 perception.
16, not bad. Okay. You will say I'll give you 2 or 3 hours on that as far as you start to head back. You pass the
Wait.
sunken village where you found the poisonous snake and the eyeballs. You pass that. You're starting to make your way back through the swamp, back the way you had came. You're following the tracks that you made, basically, unless you're telling me that you're taking a different route.
We're gonna stick with the same route.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to just keep trying to waft my odor over to Torrin
early-
while we're walking.
Early evening hours, yeah, and I think the tough part for you too is that it was the heat of the day, and now you guys are rank. You guys are bad.
We're just
We're
scooting
rank,
towards
we're
Torrin.
tired.
Like, here, bro.
Go
have
ahead
some of that.
and whoever's in front, roll me perception checks one more time. We're gonna say this will hold you off for the evening.
Perception.
10.
10,
Yes.
16.
16, not bad. All right, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't come across anything. You actually are starting to get to that area where the clouds of green gas and where you found that fallen rider.
Oh.
The BRB.
So you reach there, and I assume that you're avoiding the clouds of green gas, so that will slow you down a little bit, but not by too much. You're starting to now just get to the edge of the bog, and you're hitting night hours. You're starting to hit early, like 7, 8 at night.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to set up camp for a couple of hours?
How long until we get back to town or to the Hunters Guild?
You did. It did take you about a day and a half.
Oh, right.
So, like I said, you're right now getting the place where you had camped the first night. Right around there. You're right at the edge of the official bog, the swamp.
Okay.
And it's about from this point right here. It's about a day's journey, unless you start going faster.
Let's camp.
Yeah, let's.
And I just
camp.
plop down against the tree.
Yeah,
All right.
I think camping's a good idea.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. All right. So the party.
You sure, big guy? You can stay awake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have the exhaustion. Corallos has the point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Corallos, Beldan, you guys take like later watches. You guys get some rest, or if not, I'll stay up late. Later, do
We'll go find a shower or something. Seriously.
extra watch.
All right, shower.
All right. Belden, the party is you've just about reached the area where you had camped that first night. So you're just getting on the edge of the swamp. You're heading out of the swamp, going into the more forest area, heading back towards town. But the party has decided that they will camp for the night. You're about where you were when you camped the first night.
So what? 2 days have gone by ish.
Roughly 2 days.
This is the end of day 2. Yes.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah, we're watching that time schedule for you there, buddy.
All
Don't worry.
right.
Don't worry, we got you. You're not.
Okay. So to move things along here, we are stopping for camp, and Tarook is agreed to take the first watch.
Yep.
Okay. Tarook, I would like you to go ahead and, unless anybody has anything they want to RP or anything before you start taking watches.
Just a little infinity symbol in the dirt because, I guess that's our home for the night. And, I like to give Baranar her props. And I guess I'll take second watch.
Okay.
I'll do that. My stench will keep away whatever's out there, man.
All right. With that, I'm going to go to Tarook. Tarook, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
That is a
Oh no.
1. All right. Tarook, it's been a long day, man. It really has. And you had that whole issue where you thought you might lose your hammer, and you struggled with pulling your buddy out of the muck and the mire. It's been a hard day, man.
And not a shame.
Yeah, you kind of it's been rough, and you're thinking about that. And the only thing that really catches your notice with a 1, the sky is lit up tonight, and it's fairly clear. And you just take note of how, with all the danger and everything that you guys have faced, how beautiful the swamp is, kind of as it's lit up by a 3/4 moon. And you take notice of that in particular. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an intelligence check?
That's real nice.
17.
You got about roughly 5 days before the next full moon. And you just keep that in the back of your head. Other than that, you don't really notice a thing. It's been a rough day.
Bless you, question mark?
And after that, you don't notice anything. Your watch comes to a close. To whoever's going to take the second watch.
That's me.
Okay.
So there I am in all of my smelly glory as Tarook wakes me up.
Beldan, it is your turn, my friend. It's just a clear, beautiful night sky out there. Full moon tonight. Not going to be another one for a couple days, so enjoy it.
I will, as I sit really close to the fire and just kind of hope the smell kind of masks my scent. Seeing as how you couldn't get me out of there fast enough, even though you're such a big boy.
Well, if you weren't so fat, maybe I would have.
Oh, Tarook, my friend. You go get you some sleep. Go get you some sleep, Tarook. Go ahead. You're tired. Clearly, you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a grease pencil so that I could draw a mustache on Tarook as he sleeps.
Beldan, if you will, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You know what? I have ink and a quill. Will that do it? Can I do it still?
Yeah, you can try. You can certainly try.
Oh my god. All right. I'm fooling around. No, perception check first. Woo! 19.
19. We'll call it. All right. We'll do that for the perception. If you're honestly trying to draw the mustache on him,
that would be fantastic. Yes.
Okay. Roll me a separate one. We'll call this performance.
Oh, sweet. Wait, do I have? Oh, I don't. Well,
no, you know what? Change that up. Make it sleight of hand.
Okay. Well, I already did a 19, so
it's 19 sleight of hand. If there's anything you add,
I don't have any pluses. I'm a dwarven plate, dude. I'm not sneaky.
Tarook, you can roll me perception at disadvantage, my dude.
That's
well,
right.
then you start the most elaborate little handlebar mustache, and the most facial hair that you know of is dwarven facial hair. So what you do is you get this kind of long mustache that curls just at the end. It doesn't curlicue. It just kind of comes up like horns. And you even add like a soul patch.
Oh man, that's just
Oh, my-
thanks, Omnipotence. Thank you for this.
So- and he a couple times just kind of during his snore is like and just kind of slaps away, and you just kind of pull back and go back to your work.
He's lucky I didn't have a bowl of warm water.
With a 19, you're even starting to put a little flair on it of you're putting like some stubble dots around, and you're just you're having
It's good.
fun.
It's real good. Yeah.
With a perception of 19, you don't notice too much, nothing out of the ordinary than what you had on the other night, wherein you hear toads, you hear bugs and cicadas, and you hear the swamp is what you hear. Nothing gnarly out of the ordinary or anything dangerous. In the quiet, you find yourself kind of just thinking about everything that happened, and you hear a gentle voice in the back of your head, and it's not something that you've really heard since coming to the surface. But what you hear is a woman's voice with a faraway sound, as if it was coming across a field. And all it said was, "I'm very proud of you."
Aw. Beldan's gonna shed a couple tears for that one. That makes him happy. It makes him happy. Yeah, sometimes he toes the gray line, but he's happy.
You feel the warmth of the campfire is a little more comforting, and it's a little more pleasant, and it kind of warms you on the inside and out.
Nice.
And that's all you hear is just that I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
I like.
There's a pause. You one more time before you almost feel as if a breeze kind of kicks up a little bit, and she says, "Stay with them. They'll need you." And that's it. You almost feel as if the fire of the campfire kind of quiets down a little bit, kind of gets low.
And then, yeah, that's pretty neat there, Omnipotence. All right, I will heed those words because I think I know who they're from. Yeah.
That you don't see anything or hear anything out of the ordinary on your watch. So we got one more for the rest of the night.
Nobody said anybody? Nobody said who's the third watch. I'm just gonna wake up a random person.
Oh, Nat said.
Nat, you? Okay. So I go wake up Nat, and I let her know it's been a very quiet, very beautiful night, and that the fire is especially comfortable this evening.
Okay. Don't jump the gun too high. Before that,
Oh Lord.
Nat,
Yes.
you find sleep pretty easy.
No.
I was about to say, what are you gonna do today?
It's been a long day, and you fighting the bog spawn was taxing, and you're very tired. When you finally drift off, you just slowly slip, and when you come to, you're still in the swamp. You're back at the bog.
Oh.
And you're the only one there.
Oh boy.
And you're just kind of looking around. No bog monsters, no anything, nobody in the party's around. You just kind of look, and you feel as if the swamp is a little darker than it had been. I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
15.
15. You hear the rumbling of bushes in the underbrush off to the side, just as if something moved through them. And for the first time in a long time, you hear a voice that you remember. I still hunt you. She's no longer with you, but you surround yourself with those that would protect you. But every true hunter is patient.
A true hunter also shows in their face. So where are you?
Watching.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Sure.
Creepy.
16.
16. You take a look around, you're trying to find where the voice is coming from. You're in that open clearing where the bog was, and you see forest around, and like I said, you heard rumbling of the bushes behind you, and you look, and there's nothing there. As you're looking, you hear the voice come back. You won't be protected forever. Another's watching over you. But Brian won't be your home. One day you'll be by yourself, and then you're mine.
I welcome that day. I'm not afraid of you.
You see now movement from the bog. And instead of the spawn that you'd seen the day before, you see a creature almost just ethereal come up through the bog and is now has a body in its right hand. Very cat-like, standing on his hind legs.
Oh my god.
He tosses a body at your feet. Rolls in front of you. The back's turned to you.
I kneel down to look at the body.
You turn the body around and you see lifeless, pale, your sister.
Oh no. I start to charge at the creature on its hind legs. Just seething blind rage.
You charge at him, so you're attacking him?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
Roll attack. Your short sword.
Okay. 13.
You see as when you swing the short sword at him, he just puts up a claw. And it's strange because the hand is backwards. It's not a human hand. It's backwards. You just see him turn it and he catches the blade. He just looks at you and he goes, one day, not yet. And he kind of steps forward more into the light. And what you see is the tiger's visage of the creature that you saw that day.
It's you.
And he just kind of looks at you and goes, not a day goes by that I don't think about that day. You first, then her. And he lunges forward for a bite. You see this tiger maw just open up and Beldan shakes you awake for your watch.
Oh, gee.
Are you okay, Nat?
Yeah, just reliving the fight from earlier, I guess.
It's been
You know,
really quiet.
relive the hunts.
Oh, okay, well, it's quiet, thankfully, and fire's warm, and just try not to fall asleep.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Try to find a shower in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there to my corner now.
Yes, go in your corner.
And I leave.
Okay.
All right. I get up from being wedged between. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I get up from being wedged between Torrin and Tarook. And I just go sit out in front of the fire. As comforting as I want to find it, I'm too shaken. I'm shaken from the visit with my
creature.
Yes, my creature. And I'm still trying to determine if it was a dream or if it really did happen.
It's odd because as you think about it, this is you haven't seen him since that day, and you had that dream the day it happened. After that, it's been nothing.
All right.
This is the first time you've ever seen him in your dreams since then.
So, something's going on.
And you are with your thoughts for the third watch. If you go ahead, roll a perception check real quick.
So perception. 15.
15. You hear, like I said, you hear the insect life and amphibian life of the swamp. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing really catches your eye. You hear the rustling in the underbrush of probably some night prowler creatures, but nothing aggressive, nothing that really catches or even comes near the campsite for where the party's at. So you are with your thoughts for the rest of the night. As daybreak starts to hit, I'm going to say that is where we will pick up next week.
Wow.
Heading back to Typhon's Bane, the Hunters Guild. And that'll be where we pick up next week. You're not too far away. You're on day 3 of this journey, and you're almost back.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Kirby.
Yep. Everyone, thank you for watching Dice Hard with a Vengeance. This has been quite the interesting episode, to say the least. I don't know what to say, to be honest. There's a lot going on, and I'm interested to see what happens next.
I know. Now I see why a lot of you guys don't eat your veggies.
But thank you guys for watching. We greatly appreciate. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Hit that subscribe button. Tap the little bell so you can be notified when new videos get posted. This video will be going up very soon. And also check out our most recent interview with GTS wrestler Kamikaze. Thank you for watching Dice Hard with a Vengeance.